Oh, yeah, look, there's a power thing behind me I should adjust and get off camera, but I'm too lazy to do that, so deal with it this time around, folks. Anyways, I am Taylor. Welcome back to my channel, and this is my review that will drop on Tuesday of Friday. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? Anyways, this is a trade paperback that collects the first 3 issues of Friday, a new independent comic book by Ed Brubaker and Marcos Martin, with art coloring by Munsa Vicente. I'm probably butchering that one, sorry. And it collects, like I said, the first 3 issues. It's the first time it technically in print of these 3 issues. They were released digitally first on the Ed and Marcos's website called panelsyndicate.com. So if you want to read them digitally, you can. You can go there to Panel Syndicate and you can like pay what you want and you get the issues. So if you prefer reading digitally, go do that. I'm much more of a read in person on paper kind of guy. I can read digitally. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but given my druthers, I'd rather have the physical issue and thing in my hand. It's just, I'm old, and I like that. And so I read the first issue, which did come out on LCS, Local Comic Shop Day, as a weird local comic shop day thing. So I picked it up, and I liked that. So that one technically has been in print first. I know. I'm rambling all over this thing, and I'm not going to start over, because whatever. But yeah, I picked up the first issue, the only issue that's in print as a single issue, I believe, of this on Local Comic Shop Day, which is a couple weeks ago. And I liked it well enough that I hunted this down when it came out in print. And so this, yeah, it's the Eisner winner for Best Digital Comic. Oh, no, I just read that on the back. And I think it's probably well-deserved. This is a fun little story. And my big length, and I'm going to get this out of the way, is it's only 3 issues and it's pretty thin, and it was $15. Now, I mean, that's about you to pay for 3 individual issues of a comic right now, so I don't think it's crazy. And it's published by Image, so it's not like this is a quote-unquote real super indie publisher, but I like supporting people that are doing something different, and I like the fact that Ed and Marcos do have their own site where you can just pay a little bit of money and get it that way if you'd rather, and that kind of stuff. And then, you know, like if you wanted to pay more, you get this. And my other complaint is it's a really pretty small volume. Like here's a standard size comic, and so this is Golden Age, so it's a little bit bigger, but you know what I'm saying. It's a small little trade paperback. I wish it were a little bit larger just to let the art shine a bit more, because I really do enjoy Marcos's artwork. It's pretty simple line wise and not like overly heavily inked. But there is a fair amount of detail in it, and I think the coloring by Vicente really helps. And you know, the landscape, the town, all feels like a real environment, which is nice, and it's pretty atmospheric, while at the same time sort of bright and cheerful. And this takes place over Christmas, which is, you know, so it's a nice, fun holiday story that involves like murder and death and destruction. And yeah, as far as the story itself goes, it's sort of paying homage to and reference to and kind of presenting a little bit more grown-up version of the young adult like murder mystery books, or kids murder mystery books, even like Encyclopedia Jones or Encyclopedia Brown. Sorry, Encyclopedia Brown, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, that kind of thing. You know, with a series of like, or Scooby Doo. You know, like, would have got away from it with it if it weren't for those damn kids. Where like young investigators, with the help of the town sheriff, go solve crimes, and you know, are beloved, and it's, you know, everyone knows them and mostly likes them, except for there's rival kids and that kind of stuff. That's this, but more grown up. It's like the sort of a weird world where like the sheriff still helps with these murder investigations and stuff, and is happy to help out, but the relationships are becoming kind of more real between the 2 investigators. I should probably have said that first. Again, I'm all over the place today, and it is what it is. Friday Fitzhugh, which is the titular character, she's the muscle of the investigative duo. She's bigger than her partner, Lancelot Jones, and more physical and more capable, and a hell of a hockey player, and like can beat up most people her age and older, it says in the book. So and she's a little bit older than Lancelot Jones, like a year or 2. And like when this story starts, she is coming back, and this is where we get into a little bit of spoilers. She's coming back from her first year at college, this Christmas break, and wants to talk to Lancelot because they kind of hooked up before she went to college, and there's issues, and so she really wants to get that out of the way. And then, like, as soon as she gets to town, they go off on an adventure chasing somebody, and shenanigans. You know, it's sort of like the typical thing where you're like, oh yeah, we're off frolic, time and trying to figure out who stole the milk. Except for it ends up being much more serious than that and turns very grown up very quickly with real consequences and a cliffhanger ending and some tragedy or possible tragedy. I have not read the issue after this. That does seem to have some real consequences, and I think if this keeps up, it has the makings of something special. I think this is the prelude to specialness. I think it's really good. I do. I really like this. I'm going to keep this in my possession. I am going to follow along. I might actually purchase the digital next issues because I'm an impatient son of a bitch, and I want to see what happens next. Which is a good thing. But here's some art that shows their previous adventures, like the Kiss of the Magic Gauntlet, the Legend of the Lime Cave, the secret beneath Arcadian Hall, and it's a fun idea. Where you take like this young thing and you grow them up, and these young adventurers, and like all of a sudden things become real and the world becomes real, but there's still elements of the childhood world behind, and I think that's a really fun idea. I think this is a fun start to it. I just wish it was a little bit meatier in as far as what you get, because like at $15, 3 issues, it leaves me wanting more, and I wish this volume collected more. It's not really necessarily a fair criticism, but it's just a criticism I have. So, take that for what it's worth. But everything else, like the lettering, I think the lettering's great. I think the artwork, I think I touched on that, is fantastic. Mark does a great job with Caroline. The characters are very distinct and, fit the setting and are well designed and unique. And like the sense of style, like each character has their own sense of like clothing style and character style, and then the town setting and everything else, it really feels like a real kind of small New England town. And there's snow and winter and Christmas. I think it's a gorgeous book, and I think that it does have enough that I will keep going with it, and because I want to solve the mystery too. I want to figure out what the hell's going on in this. And spoilers, you don't solve it in this one, but I'm along for the ride, and I could envision a future where there's like a whole lot of these lined up on a bookshelf, kind of like the Hardy Boys or the Nancy Drew, where there's like a ton of books, or even the R.L. Stein, the haunted stuff, where they're all the same color spines, everything else just lined up on a bookshelf. I think that'd be pretty fun. And I actually like the minimal like cover too, and I like the whiteness. I think of the snow and the environment, a little bit of blood. I think that really adds to it. I think it's a well designed book. So, and this is a fairly short review. I am going to hold on to this one. I like to give away some books. I'm not giving away this one, just because, well, like I said, I want to see how it ends, and I don't want to have to like try and revisit it in a different format. So maybe once the series ends, or once the first murder arc really wraps up, then I'll give this away. Possibly, we'll see. That's kind of all I've got today. It's a short one. It's a thin enough volume that I'm not going to go into crazy detail on this. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry, Midwest. I just say guys. I don't mean it. I appreciate everybody watching my channel. It means a lot to me. If you like this kind of rambling nonsense I do, and you want to help support the channel, you can buy merchandise at taylorwinder.com. There's a link down below in the description. You can get It's Fine hats. You can get Don't Be a Dick t-shirts. You can get whatever. You can get other stuff, folks. You can get rigged clothing because it's all clearly rigged. All that kind of stuff. But that's about it. I hope everyone has a great day. Don't be a dick, even if you're watching this on a Friday, or if it's on a Tuesday. I don't know. Whatever day of the week it is. Don't be a dick. I'll see ya.